Hi everyone, this is Joe Mesa again, and today I have Michelle with me, Hippie Girl, aka Hippie Girl, and I want to tell her story because one of the things that is really interesting about her story is that she was a teacher too, that made that transition from being a teacher to an entrepreneur. But of course, I'm leaving out some of the details, but that's going to be up to her to fill you in on the details too. And by the way, you do have to see this awesome award. She did win the 2019 Entrepreneur Success Award. Okay, so yeah, because I can't remember things. But anyway, I'm gonna have Michelle tell the story. So Michelle, tell us a little bit about what happened, what transpired here.
So I started out as a teen mom, and as a mom, I thought that teaching would be a great way for me to be able to have holidays and be able to look over my daughter while still being close to her. And I decided teaching is the best. Like, I would be so close to her. I could work at the schools that she goes to, keep an eye on her. And I guess once I started working and I was working at San Elisarios, I was graduating and everything, and I couldn't do it. I just felt that I was very restricted. I was very controlled, and I am a creative mind. I need freedom. And I realized that teaching did not involve any of that. Like, it's very, and I was special ed. So it's very controlled as far as like what you're doing, and I couldn't see myself doing it. So I decided to jump into the paralegal world. I had always wanted to be a lawyer, so my dream was to become a lawyer. I said, let's go into the paralegal world. Who knows what a law office will bring? And I started working at a law office, and as I was working at the law office, I became a mom again, and I realized that I couldn't do the law office. Why? Because it was a 9 to 5. I was working for somebody, and I, once again, couldn't take care of my kids without asking for a day off, whether they had a recital or had to get out early or parent-teacher conference. And I felt like my job came first and then my kids. And I really wanted to find a career that would allow me to put my kids and my family first. And Absolutely. That's kind of how I became an entrepreneur. I decided to, I was going to open up a tanning salon. And I decided to go with another machine that did body contouring treatments for cellulite. And I had never been to a spa before, but I just decided, hey, I'm going to open up a spa and this is going to work. Women are into vanity, right? Women are vain. We are a little vain. We want to look good. And so I figured women will invest into their bodies. And that's where Hippie Girl came by. Actually, that's where my business, my entrepreneurship came by. Hippie Girl came later in 2011.
Yeah, and so it's a catchy name, right? And by the way, local business, right? I'm here sharing the story because I love sharing stories about local entrepreneurs that take the leap, because it's not easy, guys. When you're living a life of 9 to 5 and you get a secure paycheck, and people go, wait a minute, nothing's secured. Wait a minute, I don't know if I'm going to get a paycheck or not.
I'm not getting paid, and I'm working way harder.
It's not an easy thing, but then once you get established and you start getting the ball rolling, it's awesome. The trade-off is you have more time to be with your family. The trade-off is more flexibility. Trade-off is you can be more creative, and that's one of the things that I admire about Michelle, Hippie Girl. And I see a lot of we see a lot of stuff like with each other, like, throw ideas. But tell us more about the business.
Right. So in 2008, I was naive. I had no idea what I was getting into, and I jumped into the entrepreneurship world, which was awesome because since I didn't know what to expect, I wasn't scared. And a lot of times we're scared. We don't take that leap because we're scared. Okay. And I took it, and honestly, throughout my career as an entrepreneur, I've made a lot of mistakes. I've obviously succeeded a lot because I'm now 12 years in business is not an easy accomplishment. It's 12 years in business today.
I know.
So it's an awesome accomplishment, which I'm really proud of. That for 12 years I've been persevering, which means you've been doing more good than bad. And that's where our entrepreneurship has its ups and downs. So we do struggle a lot. We don't know where how much you're going to be making next month, and all the money that you're making depends 100% on you. And that's where I started, going to business school to learn to manage my finances, my employees, my business, to get like a clearer vision of like where I should be as far as business. And it's been an amazing journey for me. I love being an entrepreneur, and I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. I wouldn't trade it for a 9 to 5 ever again.
Mm-hmm. So, reaching out to my teacher friends, not just my teacher friends, anyone that's interested in entrepreneurship or starting their own business, but of course I'm talking to a lot of my teacher friends who feel that's kind of scary to do this, to trade it up. But the thing is, it's doable. I mean, I made the transition, Michelle made the transition, you guys can too. But the trade-off it's amazing. More time with your family.
It's priceless. Couldn't. That's why I say, even though now sometimes it happens. Like entrepreneurship is like up and down. So there's a lot of times when I struggle, and I even go back and say, is this what I want to be doing? And then I always get reminded, yes I do. I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world, because my freedom is priceless. Mm-hmm. And I'm not tied down to anybody or anything. At any point you can adjust your own schedule, and that's, to me, that's priceless. I could never go back.
Yeah. And let me tell you, in my book, I love being in control.
Same.
Uh-huh. And so, anything else you want to share?
No, I just want to tell everybody, go for it. Anybody that's looking for entrepreneurship, I've now become a serial entrepreneur. I have more than one business, and I suggest that people start with a business that they can start like from home, and then just keep growing it. If there's anything that you like, if there's anything that you're into, there's business in everything. From like cleaning to sanitizing to boutiques to whatever your passion is, there's something for everybody. Hippie Girl came because I have always been hippie. Like, I've always liked the more natural things, vegan, plants, earth, and people. And people, it's in me. And the Hippie Girl came from years back. I was always a hippie girl, and I turned it into a business. And I'm more happy now than I have ever been in my entire life, and there's no doubt that I'm on the right path.
Absolutely. So if you guys want to know more information about entrepreneurship, Michelle's business, Hippie Girl, which is located in beautiful downtown, local business, support local business.
Yes,
local.
please.
And then she's downtown. I mean, you can also Google it. I'm going to put it on the video where to find the business. You can also reach out to me too if you have questions about my transition from the educational world to the business world. But we're both we're willing to help anyone get started with their business. So we'll share our ideas how to do it, and it's scary, but it's not that scary once you see.
It's not that scary. It's something you'd rather do. And you're right. Like entrepreneurship is something that if you share your experience, your knowledge, your expertise, it doesn't go away. It actually gets stronger. So I'm a firm believer in sharing my secrets, my struggle, my challenges, how I'm managing my business, everything that comes with entrepreneurship. So,
yay! So we'll leave it at that we're very excited about entrepreneurship.
Yes.
And I hope you guys got something out of this video. And stay tuned, there'll be more. But thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.